In this video, we're going to talk about some basic formatting that needs to be done in Word when you're writing your final paper. One of the things you need to do is you need to have a cover page. So the cover page should be the title of your paper, your name, and then St. Bonaventure University. You don't really need anything else on that cover page. It should be a separate page. What you want to do is after you type your information for your cover page, you want to add a page break. You don't want to just keep hitting enter until you get to the next section. So, and that text should be basically centered on your title page. You also should have a running head. Let me show you how to do that. You're going to go from the insert. So if we're home, this is what it looks like. You want to go to your insert tab and you want to insert a header. So you're going to then click edit header and you're going to type in what your running head is. The purpose of a running head is to remind the reader on each page what your main focus of your paper is. And from here I can close the header and footer. So it says running head and then says what the running head is. There's also a page number. Your page number should be on every page. Here you see that the running header is different. It's not the same as it was here. It just says concept mapping. That's fine. How you make the cover page header different from the rest of it is when you insert your page break, you don't click this, you go to page layout and on breaks, you click, you want a section break. So right here, you're going to do a section break on the next page. You're going to click that, and that starts another section in which you can put a header that's different. So your header should be different there. The abstract comes after your cover page, and it should be the very last thing that you write. The abstract should be about 200 to 250 words, and it should give an overview of your entire paper. So you should not have any references or you should not have any citations in your abstract. And this word abstract should be centered and bolded because it's a heading. The abstract should also be non-indented and justified to the left. It should not be indented and it should not be full justified. This student included keywords. You can include keywords. You don't need to. The next thing that comes is your introduction. This person labeled the introduction. You don't need to do that. What you should not do is write introduction as a header, but this first part is the introduction. That's a long introduction. Take a look at the rubric and just make sure that you have the bases covered in the rubric. It's usually about 2 paragraphs. What this person did was included some literature review in the introduction, and that there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. This person labeled the literature review. I said in another video, that's okay, but what you should really have is a descriptive literature review header. And what this student actually did was included a header or a heading followed immediately by another heading. Technically, APA says you should not do that. You should have some text between headings. So what you can do is do an overview of your literature review. And by that, I don't mean explaining how you found your literature review, but just a basic overview of the major themes that you found. And go from there. And then the literature review is divided into major themes. It is not a shopping list of articles. In this article I found this, in this article I found that. So that is the overview of a literature review. After your literature review, and this is a figure. This figure is inserted directly into the text. You can do that. I don't recommend it. What I recommend that you do is include all of the figures at the end in an appendix. It just makes more sense, and it's easier for formatting. Then comes the methodology, where you describe your participants. You describe the procedure that you use to collect your data and the procedure you use to analyze your data. You have results and you have your discussion. This person included the the analysis section in the discussion. That's fine as long as I see it. Discussing limitations, and again, when you're finishing this, the rubric is your best friend. The references. What I suggest you do when you're creating your reference list is, even if you use Noodle tools, you need to double check. The reference list, the references are written by author's last name, first initial, followed by periods and a comma, and you separate the references, the last one with an ampersand. When it's a citation in text, you use the word and. When it's in the reference list, you use the ampersand. So it's by author's last name and then first initial. Do not use first names. Then you put the year of publication. Then if it's a journal article, you put the title of the article, then the title of the journal in italics. If you look at the capitalizing, only the first word is capitalized in the journal title. If there was a colon, the word after the colon would be capitalized as well, as is in the Essence Strategies up here. So the journal title and the volume number are italicized. The issue number is not italicized, and it is in parentheses. This person did the page numbers incorrectly. You don't just put 5+, you put what pages it went to. So it should be 5 through 12 or 5 through 7. That's how it should be. And if you notice, I have all of these references. I don't know why this one is indented. It shouldn't be. I know why it's indented, because the person did what I'm going to tell you not to do. APA format says all of your references need to be, the first line is flush left, and the rest of the lines are indented 3 to 5 spaces. What I don't want you to do is to put your cursor on the second line, and what I'm doing is repeatedly hit enter. That is not going to work. Even if you do get it to work, when you save it and I open it again, formatting might be off. And I can click on I'm on the home page, I can click on this little paragraph button and see whether or not you have done that. So please don't do that. What you're going to do is you're going to type in all your references and just hit return at the end of each reference. When you're finished, highlight all of them. Make sure that you can view your ruler. If you click on view and ruler is unchecked, you can't see it. If you click on ruler, you can see it. Highlight all of your references, and then you want to take this bottom triangle and drag it over 5 spaces. That is going to format all of your references correctly.